Hi, welcome to a brief video of constructing. I know that I was working on a train station. I will be working on that when I get the materials to finish it. Unfortunately, that's why I haven't done another video on that yet. But we are going to turn attention to how I build road. Because I haven't done a video on actually constructing road, which I have been working on one at the moment. I'm only going to do a brief on this. It's not going to be one of my long videos. But we should be able to get this done within probably less than an hour, hopefully. Anyway, this is what I've been working with so far. This is a big piece of cardboard. Unfortunately, this is not just a normal road like that. This is actually a T-junction. It's the reason why I'm doing a video on this, because a lot of people can struggle to build a T-junction. As you can see some lines on here that are perfectly curved and perfectly parallel. I'll show you how to do that. Now, when I say that I've been working on it, look at that, perfect curve. How I do that is the equipment I use is pencil. That's why sewing kits come really in handy. Sewing needle. Piece of card. As you can see, there's 3 holes in that piece of card. Right. Those 2 holes there are the exact width of the pavement. And as you can see, you've got a little hole there. This is why to use a needle, because I have to bring that right close for you to see that. Now, if I was to colour over that, you wouldn't see it. Or put paper over it, you wouldn't see it. Leave it or not, but there's probably a load of holes in that, because when it was a big piece, I was using it to rest the cardboard on, so it would stab into the cardboard, stab through the 2 pieces of cardboard before I've done it. Because that's only really, really thin cardboard, which is what you want. This is actually pavement. Now on this, for me to draw those lines there, there would be a hole. That could be it there. Not noticeable at all. Can just notice it actually. I think that is the hole. Could be wrong. It's not moving. Let's have a look at it on the other side. Oh no. It is noticeable, but it does not wreck the cardboard or nothing. That's why to use a pin. And then obviously, as I said, these 2 holes are the exact width. Sorry, I think I found the screen. Exact width of the pavement. So what you do is when you stab that into the cardboard, that one for the outer line, that one for the inner line. So it looks something like this. Quick demonstration. I'm going to pause the video and lift the laptop up. Right, so just a random piece of paper. There's my circular drawer. Probably just should really put cardboard underneath this, but I should be able to do it on this, no problem. And by now, yeah, that's why I need cardboard underneath it. Let's grab a piece of cardboard quickly. So I've got everything that I need right there. I'm going to use that one. That one. So obviously I'd measure out, because that from there to there is 7 centimeters, and then to get that middle one, measure the length of the pavement, and then same on to draw those lines. Then all you do is measure the 7 centimeters, put the dot on the 7 centimeters, and you get a perfect curve, like so. Ow! Oh, got the needle wrong way around. There we go, that's stuck into the cardboard. So now we can press down. As you can see, yeah, you can't really see that, but try not to let that move. Pushing it right through the cardboard so you can see. You can see that those two holes are perfect with those two lines, and that's how you get the perfect circle. Now, using this method, you can measure out exactly how big you want your circles. So, good method to use for making this sort of stuff. Anyway, also in this video, I'm also going to do another review of bring the laptop down again. Another review of my vehicles, because when I did my last review, I showed you pieces of trailer that wasn't much. It was just little pieces that I was constructing. Good news, I have finished them. Both of the trailers are finished and they look absolutely brilliant. So we'll be looking forward to that. Anyway, I am now going to show you how to make the pavement, because obviously you want the pavement to have the curb. Now on this bit, actually, let me show you this first. On this bit, to actually do this, now I'm going to show you how it's done first, and then I'll explain that bit because it'll make more sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the video and cut the next pieces that go here. That is actually the end of the road, because obviously I don't want big pieces to having to be moved everywhere. That is probably one of the biggest pieces you'll see, because it's a T-junction. Like I said, that one is just a small one. Now, I do have more road than this, but look how easy that is to transport. I can actually pick it up and show it on a video. Fits together like a jigsaw puzzle. So, pausing the video and getting the rest of them pieces. And I'll show you how to put them together without any kerfuffle. Alright, I just want to point out as well, to actually get the cardboard to be this thin, I would start with this cardboard box that I've used. My mum, well, I should say that we have a dog. This box came from a medication pack from Pets at Home, and as you can see, it's nice and thin. But apparently now that the medication's coming in bags, so it's going to be hard for me to get this cardboard. But I do have plenty of it to know the exact thickness. And let's say that I wanted thinner paving. I also have these cardboard envelopes where it just about has a lip on it. Absolutely excellent for, you know, when a curb slants down and then you have that little flat bit and it's got like a very small little bump. That's perfect for that. So it gives it a good realistic texture. Anyway, now obviously they can't join together like that. Obviously it needs to join onto there. I'm going to show you how to actually just join that up, where it's very simple. Right, I'm going to lift the laptop up again. I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Sorry about the view on this, but you can actually see what I'm doing there. Obviously, oh, wrong way. Hold on, it is that one. Going like that. Now these are actually cut the exact measurements that I want it to fit on the road. So what we're going to do is to join it together, use this stuff. Really handy stuff. It's a plain piece of paper. Now you don't have to do any measurements on this, except for just make sure that the paper is thicker than this. Which I've already done this many a times, and I only need to know how thick the pavement is, so I can roughly estimate the thickness of it. And this should be about the right thickness. Yeah, that's perfect. Doesn't matter about the lines being straight or anything. What what we're going to do now, we're going to get a glue stick spreader. Glue stick spreader. Using this piece of cardboard, just press underneath that, fold that up. Try and keep it within the same line. Just keep folding it along that. The same on the other line, other side. It doesn't matter if the lines are not straight. Just make sure that you've got a gap between them, because when you fold it completely together, it works. This is why to use a glue stick spreader, because that was a bit difficult for me to even lift up with a glue stick spreader. Well, I got there eventually. If you try to do that with your hands or anything else, you'd either rip the paper or it just wouldn't work. You'd be there for ages trying to lift up your fingers. And you just fold it right the way over. Add your extra pieces so it actually falls in line perfectly. That's all that them two lines are for, is to hold that in a perfect guideline. And then you fold it over, pressing against both sides, holding all the pieces together. Now I want to hold that there, I'm going to remove that, and remove that. The reason for this, holding that steady, we have a gap there, so that's obviously saying now that the pavement's too long for this. So I'll get a pair of scissors. And just get rid of that. And the next part is I'm not making this video a long one. I'm going to try not to until I show off my collection again of road vehicles. Because I'm going to add everything in this time, all features, everything there are. So that's why I'm just doing this quick time. Obviously I'm going to pause the video while I actually do this gluing part. Once I've got it ready, and I'll show you how the pieces fit in. Right, I've completely covered this paper with glue. Hold up a minute, I just need to do something I just thought. Right, the one thing I need to do is, you should always do this. I completely forgot about it because I'm going to need to use this again. Always clean the glue off your glue spreader. Obviously it takes a while for this glue to dry, so I'm okay with this. Now, is it this one that I'm doing? Yeah. So what you want to do is now, make sure that you've got all your pieces. And you want to start with the one that goes at the end, so you can measure it right to the straight line. I'm actually going to turn that around. Because the one part of this is a little bit flat inwards. It doesn't matter about that. As long as you get it on the inside, because then it's not noticeable. So that's in place. That's in place. That's not straight. There it is. Now that's in place. And you do the same again, hold the paper over. Oh Christ, that's not in place. No doing that. Doesn't matter about getting glue on the other side, because it's going to be glued down anyway. But I do have a problem. I need to move this and I can't. There we go. That was a close one. I nearly messed up my own work. Then you just fold the paper over. Starting with this glue spreader, and then use your fingers so you can press it firmly in place. bit of paper ripped off. Doesn't matter about that because you're not going to see that. What is bothering me is that haven't gone as well as I hoped. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Not really about it folding. When it's dry, it will not fold. It will be a little bit out of sync where that bit is folded up a bit and that, but when you glue it down, you just put weights on it and it stays flat. Don't put heavy weights on it. If you do, you'll flatten the cardboard. It'll just look a mess. Best thing to use as weights is either trainers, glue bottles, bottles of pop, not big bottles, 500ml bottles of pop and stuff like that. But there we have it. Our first about our bit of pavement. Right, I'm going to be pausing the video, moving the laptop out of the way while I construct the rest of the pavement, so we can move on to the next part of this. Like I said, I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. So I'll see you in a bit. Just giving a quick heads up. I've said that I was going to stop doing it, but this is actually a very good heads up. As you can see, I've started the last piece of the paving. I just want to point out that on this one, this is the long straight where the T-junction is opposite this. So there's 2 there and another 3 there that I have to join together, but I have to cut one of these down to make it exactly the right length. Back in a bit. Sorry, just to point out the way that I actually get all of them to join up together, overlap the paper so it carries on further across. Right, we are nearly there. I just want to point out the way to actually do this. You just do the same as you did before. You can actually just slide that along and fold the sides. Once you get them sides folded, you just measure out from where it's overlapping on the paper on the piece that you've already joined, and then you just join on. And keep joining them up until they're actually into the length you want them. Alright, this is not a heads up, we are back. I've almost finished. I want to do the last piece on video, just to show you how I'm getting this, how I want it. It is quite a good feature having this as pavement. You'll see why. Anyway, I just want to mention that took a little longer than what I was hoping for, because I couldn't find my big ruler, which I managed to find. It was hiding underneath all my stuff. So anyway, moving on. I'm going to set up this so you can actually see what I'm doing for the last piece, to show you how to get the measurements. Right, I have the laptop sitting where the T-junction is. So here is where the flat piece is, where this is going to go. Now, as you can see, it is a little too short at the moment. Oh, you can't really see that from there. There you go. There we go. So as you can see, it's a little bit too short there. So what we're going to do, we get the final piece, and we just measure it out from there and then cut it. I am doing this on a pause and stop thing just to save time, so you know that I'm going to cut that down to the right size. The way to get the measurement is make sure that that's flush with that bit. I'm going to use, like that, let me just put this down a little bit because there's an edging on this that's a bit rough. You don't want rough edges. I've had to do this with quite a lot of these, prepping rough edges. But the good thing about this is you can get perfect straight lines because you can actually see the little tiny lines on the cardboard, and all you do is just follow that. So, way to get the measurement is you just make sure that end's flush over this side with the cardboard, and get this piece flush with that piece. Hold it steady. Doesn't matter if that moves now, I can move that like that because I know what the measurement is for this. All I'm going to do Just draw a little line. I think I can see it from this side better. Put it on there and then follow the other line, follow the lines on this to get a perfect straight line. So there is no using rulers for this. But I thought I'd do this piece on the last part because it's very simple. And all I'll do is set up the paper, which I'm going to do off camera because obviously you saw me do it with one of these ones on how to put the paper around. So I'm going to get the paper set up. Actually, now I've got the piece of paper, obviously it wants to join to there and then it joins over there. It looks like I've cut this paper a bit too thin. Cutting a new piece. Be back. Right, I've got a fresh piece of paper. I don't have to worry too much about paper ending up wasted because I've got tons of it. But I've cut this now from an actual fresh piece of paper. The other one I cut from a random loose bit of paper that was already cut. So we'll do the same again. Get these both lines along this. Doesn't matter if to go a little bit cockeyed at all, as long as you got a lip on both sides. My laptop did just slide as well, but I've sorted that out so it won't move now. That's that side. So just using this one piece of cardboard, I've got the perfect fold lines. It's me that's making it fall when I press down on that now. Lifted up the cardboard. There. So I'm going to bring it a little bit closer if I can. So I'm actually pressing on the table, not on the cardboard. There we have the two parallel lines. Now what we want to do is put this just so where we want to fold, so we're not wasting glue. So obviously be horrible putting a load of glue on that. Put this one in place, roll it up, look neat, perfect. Fold your edges over. Pick that up. Make sure that cardboard does not move. Get your scissors. Cut the biggest chunk off first, and you can line up where cardboard is. And voila. Right, I'm going to be pausing the video while I apply glue, and then I'll show you how to get the perfect measurement. So something else has popped up on my laptop. There we go. Right. I just want to point out a small thing. I've just put a piece of paper underneath this because I've got glue on my actual work, which you don't want to do if you're going to colour the road the way that I'm doing. Luckily enough, I managed to have some tissue handy where I've just wiped it off. So I've always put a piece of paper underneath, but once I've done this, I'll be removing the paper. Right, I'm not going to say how I remove the paper because it's not important. Just make sure that you have a piece of paper underneath. But I do know what I'm doing, so I was able to move the paper without getting glue everywhere. Right, now most people think to try and get that, you're guessing where to actually place that. Instead of guessing, start with this piece, put it right to the edge. Make sure it's completely in place. And then you follow it with this piece. Alright. And that's all there is to it, because that is now completely flush. All I have to do now is get this, fold it over, press it down in place, Same on the other side. Now we have all the paper, all the pavement finished. All three parts. So just to show that, there's the one side of the pavement. It's not to scale on this part. I'm just doing a quick diagram. Let me get it in the camera. There we go. As you can see, that's a T-junction. Obviously, the camera's where the T-junction's actually going. But now I've done that, we don't have to worry about these lines because these are actually completely in place where you cannot mess up where these go. And just make sure you get flush with the cardboard, then everything falls into place. Right, so I'm pausing the camera again and getting set up for the next part. Right, I've moved the camera further on back and put it on a separate table, but we are going to do a little heads up before I actually get started. As you can see, I've put more roads here because I wanted to show this. What I actually painted this with, this bit of the road, all the black, was shoe polish. On this one and this one, both of them are done with the same thing, which is these marker pens. That's what I'm going to do this bit with. Now I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Just get them those pieces out of the way. Because obviously we have these lines. You don't want to try and get perfect with the lines because it will make it look a mess. You don't want to go too far over the lines because once again it will make it look a mess. You want to go about right. The line is there for where the road is. Can you see that little black line there? I'm going to go about this far over the line. I say that far over, but in other words, I'm just going over the line. So I'm going to pause the video now, and I'm going to colour the whole lot of the road in. Just so you know, always start with the lines, but make sure that you go over the lines and draw them out in thickness. I'll show you that when I'm finished colouring it and show you how messy it looks, and then show you how to neaten it. Right, I nearly made a small mistake because on this side it's a complete perfect straight line. It'll be difficult to actually find where it goes. So on this one, you only go on the line exactly. So you know exactly where that's roughly going to go in a straight line. And then from there you just colour outside the line all the rest of the way. Right, I've actually coloured over that bit, but you can roughly see the line on there. Hold on. But as you can see, that line, yeah, the line here, and let's go on this one. Looks complete mess. There's bits sticking out and all sorts. That does not matter whatsoever because let me get the right one. Now, because when that goes over it, it shows a perfect straight edge to the line. And then when that's glued down, all that you'll see is all black in the centre. So pause in the video again while I finish colouring it, and I'll show you the finishing of the colour. We have a problem. I just found out that the ink was just going in one of my pens and the ink's completely gone in one of my other ones. I'm not sure how that's possible because these are supposed to be brand new. Looks like I'm going to have to wait a while to post this video up because I have no marker pens. I have nothing to actually colour this black. I'm going to try something here. Wish me luck on this. I'm going to break this pen out. One of these pens open and see if I can get to the ink and see if I can squeeze as much out as possible. So here goes. want him to split. Now put it that far. See if I can cut it with the scissors. Let's fire. You can see the ink inside there. Leave it on that, but I'm actually cutting that. Open that. It'll be a really messy job. Let's more of that open. You can see ink spraying from it already. Just the pen might open it up good enough for me to get it. I don't want to touch it with my hand because I don't want ink all out of my hand. There we go. Right. Plastic, eh? Just see what happens. I'm actually squeezing it and nothing's coming out of that. So I'm going to say that that ink is completely dead. Let's try the other pen, shall we? One that was just about to run out. That one was easier. I can smell the ink on this one, so there is still some ink in this one. I'm not going to try the scissors on that because that's tougher plastic than the other one. I almost cut it, just pushed it down. So idea if you run out of ink, always try and get some more. What happens if I squeeze that? I can't push the fucking plastic out of that. Push the material out of the plastic. Right, there is ink in there. I need something to push it out. So back in a minute while I go and find something to push the ink out. Right, I have here a completely dead pen. So I'm going to dismantle this dead pen. See if I can push the ink out with this, because this should go right the way through on the end. It's going through this way, wasn't I? Hear it crunching. I'm getting ink from it, but not the ink I'm trying to get. You can see that there is ink coming out of it if you look on the back of that. And what it's not doing is pushing it right the way down. Well, I've got some ink out the frigging pen. Hold it in the wrong place. There we go. Let's see how that works. Not at all. Get it right the way out. If I can. Might just be able to get enough with that. Right, I just tried to push one out of here. It's not working, so I'm going to try and cut this one out. Just see what we're actually working with, because it could be that the fact that it is completely dry. I'm not seeming to cut this one out. Oh, there. Made a split. Can I get underneath that and just keep splitting it? Can I pull the fluff out? This one's more flimsy than the other one. You know what? I can't even feel any soluble in there. That's completely dry. So there's this one there. Oh no, I can feel some damp places on that. And you get the gist of what's happening there. I ain't getting no more of that. This one is just literally completely dry. So that's the end of that then. I'm going to do my collection review and then we'll come back to this. Right, we're going to pretend that I've finished the row. No, actually, before we actually start, I'm going to show you how I actually get the arrows and stuff. It's very simple. You just draw them on a piece of paper, cut them out, and then just glue them to the cardboard. As you can see there, that one's kind of lifted up a little. And that's how I get the lines. And obviously you can get them in a perfect straight line, look alike. I can't say that they're actually perfectly straight, but I'm close to it. So anyway, we're going to start with the Jaguar XK120. Pausing video while I grab it. Right, this review is just to show the performance. This is my Jaguar XK120. We're going to come up the road and we're going to turn this way. We're going to pretend that this road hasn't been finished properly, it hasn't been drawn in, it's just a desert road. That's what I'm looking for. So nice and smooth. Sorry about that, I was trying to help out with other jobs. Right, next up is Volkswagen Passat. Passat, rather, how it's pronounced. Right, Volkswagen Passat with homemade open trailer. You know what, let's get some better lighting. Oh, I think I just did that on pause, I'm not sure. So I'm going to do that once more. Because when I press play, instead of playing the video, paused it. So this is the Volkswagen Passat with homemade open trailer. Right, Volkswagen Passat with a Canal Sudwind caravan. Just give me a sec, folks. I'm just gonna find a charger to just brace to that. I'm not gonna solder it or anything because it's gonna take time. But the battery's dying on this, so I'm gonna put a charger on it. Just a heads up before we continue. I've actually found a way of bracing that to that. I haven't used no soldering or nothing. I just found out that the battery can just literally fold over the wires, so we have light. We get this set up and then continue. Looks like we're just gonna have to let this charge up because when I switch it on, it flickers. So we're gonna brace another light. Right, found better lights, much brighter as well. So here's the Volkswagen Passat again with another caravan. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know where my sheet's gone with all the names on them. But we have light. Oh, this fell off. There we go. Just a quick heads up, I know I showed this trailer before, but I've just widened the hoop on the hitch, so now it can actually fit to other vehicles. So next vehicle, Land Rover with convertible roof, but we're just going to leave the roof on. So if I had this road finished, this would have looked a lot better. Land Rover with the Argyle agricultural trailer, 2-axle. Right, Land Rover with homemade open trailer, agricultural open trailer. Got to mention it was agricultural the first time I've done this. When I was doing the Passat. Land Rover with the Canal Sudwind caravan. Or as the Germans would say, Wohnenhanger. Or Wohnenwagen. Not sure if I pronounced that correct, but that's what it says on the box. Right, next up is the Hanomag WD. Now it is a dead slow tractor, this, because that's what it is, a tractor. The WD with the Algair 2-axle agricultural trailer. Alright, like I said, if I'd done this properly, it wouldn't be having to go up a step to get onto this bit of the road. Whoa! Runaway tractor. The WD with the homemade agricultural open trailer, 2-axle again. Should have mentioned that as well. This one's also a 2-axle. Alright, I lost my grip. No. WD with the Canal Sud Wind Caravan. Right, the WD with the other caravan. Right, special treat now. But here we go. Deutz Bar Tractor. No, sorry, a Deutz Schlepper, which is a Deutsch tractor. Now this can pull the other trailers that I built, the other agricultural trailers. So we're going to see them on this run. And this is a bit of a faster tractor. It's almost reached an hour. Oops, sorry, I didn't press pause just then. Try that again. Right, Deutz with the 2-axle Alligator trailer, agricultural. Dates with the homemade 2-axle agricultural trailer. These trailers will get painted up eventually, and I will be putting decals on them to make them look more realistic. Now, just to let you know, I'm moving this table over a bit because I keep dropping vehicles off the edge. So I'm going to move it to about there. So I'll do. Just so you know, if this video doesn't turn out very good, I will be doing it again, but it'll be when this is actually finished so it looks more realistic. Anyway, Deutsch tractor with the Knaus-Sudwind caravan. Deutsch tractor with the other caravan. So it's just bounced off. The dates with the shredder transport trailer. Unloaded. Hold on.
Do you have any small Allen keys?
No.
Fuck. I was trying to know what's wrong with your scooter.
What?
I know it's not the battery now. Okay,
Just give me a minute, folks. I'm in recording. Sorry about that, folks. Right, just to let you know, that transport trailer just was a 2-axle. Here's a 4-axle shredder transport trailer on the Deutz tractor. Unloaded. Should have mentioned that part as well. Same again, but with wheels extended.
Right, wheels shortened and trailer loaded. It's transport trailer, isn't it? Unfortunately, I won't be able to use the extended wheels on a loaded because I don't have a shredder big enough to hold it. Hold on, the shredder's not placed properly by looks. Oh, it is. I'm going to drive it back the other way just to show you the shredder. Deutsch tractor with homemade slurry tanker. Oops. That can happen sometimes. Which has been awkward. Yeah. I'm not sure that this can actually pull this then. Oh no, it's just a little bit stuck on the lip. There we go. Someone a little bit overboard there. The Deutsch tractor with 6-axle open agricultural trailer. Deutsch tractor with homemade grain hopper. I shouldn't really be leaning over the way that I am. I might have to take a break in a minute before my back actually starts seizing up and end up in pain again. And when I've done this as well, I will show some features on these of real manoeuvrability. Right, Deutsch tractor with homemade grain hopper and 2-axle Allgäuer agricultural trailer. Deutsch tractor with homemade grain carrier, the grain trailer and the homemade 2-axle agricultural trailer. Deutsch tractor with homemade grain carrier and homemade slurry tanker. Deutsch tractor with grain carrier and 4-axle open wagon. Deutsch tractor with grain wagon, 4-axle open trailer, 2-axle agricultural trailer. Deutsch tractor with the grain trailer, the 4-axle open trailer and the homemade open trailer. Homemade 2-axle open trailer. Just point it out. And that's probably the maximum weight that can hold.
Right, while I'm having a cigarette break, just want to point out how this works. Because this actually is moved about like a normal trailer. It acts as if it's only got 2 wheels, but it's actually got 4, if you can see the little wheel there. They actually swing about on their own. It's not meant to be doing that. I don't know why it started doing that. I'll have to look at that. I think the wheel might have been pushed out of place. Right, I think I've solved it. So, as you can see, the wheel spins back and forth. So as the tractor turns corners, it drags the wheels with the corner. So if I was to reverse it, I'd have to still reverse it like a normal trailer. They're caster wheels. That's the features on that one. Standing up properly now. Now this one, yeah, you'd think, what is that pipe for? That doesn't look like it's going to reach over this, but this can actually lift up. It's supposed to lift up and then lift over.
and it actually does work properly. Right, now to show you how these actually work. Right, the original axle that was on these wheels are actually on this one, held together by a rolled up piece of paper, so they spin freely. It's also got wobble side to side. These wheels balance out that wobble, so that reacts as suspension. That's why it kept on falling over earlier. These wheels, they free spin because all I've done is braced wire around and then pivoted the wire at the top there, so they swing round and round. Oops. Okay, now in the actual video. Not sure if I've got that. I've made that so it moves up and down, as you can see. So yeah, we have that part where it rolls like that. And wheels are supposed to be backwards, so don't get that twisted. They roll freely. And as you can see, I've just turned that one up the other way. If I do that, you can see that they spin freely. Now, the axle on this one, I didn't have a bar for this, but as you can see, all the wiring, that there is a piece of copper wire that's the same as this wire here. The loop is done from these little wires that's holding on, and the tow hitch at the back there is done from the little wires as well. The tow hitch actually looks really decent when you look at it closely. You can actually tell it's a tow hitch. So moving on to the next tractor. So the next tractor, Deutz-Fahr. There we go, Deutz-Fahr. This is the next tractor. Not sure why I paused the video there. Here goes. Oh, no. That's coming away from that. Right, it's because this ain't level with the road. That's actually starting to slant down. Let's get it a bit more level. And then we get that motion. Start again from, yeah. I'm actually a little close to the curb there because it's actually all white road. I don't know why I went all the way to the end there. That was well off video, so I paused the video just as I was talking. Right, Deutz-Fahr with the 2-axle Elgaer. Deutz-Fahr with homemade open trailer. Deutz-Fahr with Canal Sud Ring Caravan. Well, just solve the unlevelness of the road. So, Deutz far with Knauswood Wind, can't remember if I did this or not. So I'm just going to go from where I just went from. Deutz far with the other caravan. Obviously didn't put the caravan on properly. Deutz far with the transport trailer, a shredder transport trailer unloaded. I'm not gonna do the same as what I did with the other one, because I'm taking up too much time on this video. No, I'm talking about the transport trailer, not the tractor. You can get the gist on how these work and how they look. That's not enough. It doesn't matter. Come up with a better idea. I'm going to set it up differently for different tractors. So this is the Deutz Fahr with the 4-axle shredder transporter unloaded and non-extended wheels. Deutz Fahr with the homemade slurry tanker. Deutz Fahr with 6-axle agricultural trailer. Now this tractor actually has more torque than the first Deutz. This one has a bit more horsepower, so this can actually pull a bit more. Deutz Fahr with homemade grain trailer. And I've just realised I've been saying the axles wrong on the trailers. Them single axle, and some of them are double axle. The ones with 4 wheels are double axle. The ones with 2 wheels are single axle. So this is Deutz Fahr with the grain trailer and the single axle Algea. Doubts far with the grain trailer and the single axle open trailer. So my back's giving in, so it's been a bit of a struggle. Doubts far with the grain trailer and the slurry tanker. I got cornered that a bit too early on that one. It still gets around nicely. Right, Doubts far with grain trailer and a 2-axle open wagon with canvas. Right, Doubts far with grain trailer, the open wagon and the alligator. Right, Doubts far with the grain trailer, the open wagon and the 2-axle open wagon that I made. It would make this more amazing if I had these tractors and stuff converted to RC, which I am looking on doing in the future. Right, Doubts far with the grain trailer and 2 open wagons with canvases. Right, Doubts far with the grain wagon, the 2 open wagons and the alligator. So I'm covering up the tractor a bit now, because I'm losing the steering on it, so my back's killing me. Doubts far with the grain wagon, the 2 open wagons and my homemade trailer at the end. A homemade open wagon. I think I oversteered a little bit there, I'm not sure. Bollocks. So I'm Starting to struggle a bit. I'm gonna have to take a break. Scratch that. I've just found out that I can do it while I'm sat down. So, Dyke's bar with the open trailer with canvas. Oh, I'm stopping that a minute. If the other trailer was sat there, that would have been a distraction. So, here we go again. Same vehicle, same trailer. Both slipped. Okay, cause the trailer to detach. Sorry, I'm having problems. There we go. Goat's bar with the open wagon and the Algair. Right, Goat's bar with the open canvas trailer and my homemade open trailer. It would look a lot better if I had the road finished. And if I painted up my trailers. Goat's bar with the open trailer and the grain wagon. I should say open trailer with canvas. Ow. Damn it. Sorry about that. I think I slipped on the tractor or the steering. Right, Dyke's bar, open trailer, grain wagon and the Algair. Oh wait, it's starting to play up the way that it is. Right, Dyke's bar with the open canvas trailer, grain wagon and my homemade open wagon. Okay. Right, Dyke's bar with open wagon, grain wagon, open wagon with the canvas, grain wagon, then the other open wagon with the canvas. Right, same tractor with the same open canvas wagon, then the grain trailer, then the other open canvas wagon with the old air on the end. I understeered a bit there, so I went off the road. Right, when I said went off the road, I meant up onto the pavement. So I meant by off the road, just to let you know. Anyway, the Deutz bar with the open canvas wagon, the grain wagon, the other open canvas wagon, and then my homemade trailer. My homemade open trailer. Right, Deutz with the two open wagons with canvases. Right, the Deutz with the two open wagons with canvases and the Alligator at the end. Right, Deutz with the two open wagons with canvases and then my homemade open wagon. Right, the Deutz with the two open wagons with canvases and my homemade grain wagon. So I'm not doing this with all the tractors, because obviously I want them all to be shown on the what's it called, but I will put them into a road train transport because it looks cool. So they'll be doing differently again. So there's more or less what I've done with the transport trailer. So it's the same format, but this time it's got the Alligator at the end of it. I'll keep saying them over and over again. Still my nut. Same format again with my homemade open trailer at the end. My single axle homemade open trailer at the end. For different tractors I will set it up differently each time I do a different tractor, because I'm not going through all this again, but at least you get to see more or less the different varieties of how I can reattach all these trailers. and see what vehicles can pull all of them and what can't. Next up, Fendt Vario. This does actually have real steering on it, so that'll be interesting to see as well. Right, Fendt Vario with the Aldair. I can move a bit quicker with this. Right, Fendt with my homemade open trailer, 2-axle one. Yeah, 2-axle open trailer. I've only got. I think I'm overthinking things. Might be getting tired. Now I'm driving terribly. This. Right, Fendt with the Swiftwind Caravan. I could just clip the curb a little bit there. Right, Fendt with the other caravan. Hard to see from this angle. This. Ow. Right, Fendt with the with the single axle shredder transporter, no load. Fendt with the 2-axle shredder transporter with extended wheels, no load. I think I just click the curb again. I can't see what I'm actually driving properly. Fail. Wait, we're starting that one again. Right, if you want to rewind the video, you can see what went wrong there. The front bit on the tractor was all over the place. It wasn't in its correct proportion. Entirely possible it could have been when I hit the curb. Right, the Fendt with the grain wagon. the 2 open wagons without their canvases, and the Algaea. I think I've oversteered. Yeah, I would have hit the curb. Right, the front Vertigo with the 3-axle agricultural trailer. Right, Vent with slurry tanker. Oversteered out on this slightly. Right, Vent with the 2 open trailers with canvases. Right, next tractor, John Deere with front loader. Wheels tend to stick sometimes on this for some reason. Not sure why. So it's caused me to understeer. Hold on a minute, let me just try and do some of the wheels alone. I know what I keep catching on. Catching on something. See, I'm struggling to actually spin that now. It's weird. Let's try again. Oh, but it's smooth. It's much better. John Deere with Algaea. The Algaea is supposed to act as if it's got steering. So you'll see it turn corners weirdly. But it is actually accurate. Right, John Deere with my homemade trailer. Homemade single axle open trailer. So the vent was supposed to be the same speed as this. Unfortunately, I had to use the steering on the vent. Right, John Deere with the shredder transporter unloaded. Right, before I start this one, I just want to mention I've just noticed something. When I've done this the first time, I noticed that I had the shredder on back to front. But here goes, John Deere with the shredder the 2-axle shredder transporter with shredder. Wheels not extended. Right, John Deere with the homemade grain wagon, the 2 open wagons without canvas, and my homemade single axle open wagon. Sorry about that, folks. I messed up the order a little bit. I just realised I picked up the wrong trailer. We're not going to do that one again because it's already been done. Put it somewhere safe. But we also said that all my trailers are actually right behind the laptop. But anyway, here goes from here, which should have been the next trailer before, after the shredder. This one should have been after the shredder. Anyway, here's the John Deere with the slurry tanker. John Deere with the 3-axle agricultural trailer. Right, John Deere with the 2 open wagons with canvases and my homemade wagon. My homemade 2-axle open wagon. We're getting faster with the vehicles now. Next vehicle, Hanomag ST100. So you can actually see how roughly fast this can go. The ST100 with the single axle Algaia trailer. From widening the hole out on my one trailer, this can now pull it. One of my homemade ones. The SD100 with the Canal Sud Wind Caravan. It's not very good, but it can sort of pull it. For some reason, I've never noticed it to actually do that before. I didn't think it could pull this. It is hooked on properly. The ST100 with homemade slurry tanker. ST100 with my homemade grain wagon and my homemade open wagon. The single axle open wagon. I only got one, I don't know why I keep saying that. When I say homemade open wagon, I've only got one homemade open wagon. Right, Hanomag ST100 with 2 open trailers without canvas. Right, the ST100 with the 2 open wagons with canvas. And now that's the last of the tractors. I just realised I left the plough out. Now what I'm going to do now, well, I'm going to show you. It only just sticks up at the back anyway. I've shown the plough off many a times. Right, scratch what I said earlier. I've come to realise there's only 2 tractors that pull the plough. So here goes one. It's the front patio. It's only in road transportation though, so it's not actually ploughing. And in the video playing while I'm switching it over to the John Deere, which is the other tractor that can pull it. There we go. See, it would be pointless me actually pausing the video for that. So now all the tractors and implements are done. I'll be steered a little bit there. Right, next up, combine harvester. Just kidding. Right, so class Lexion 770 TT without shredder. Hold on, something's not working. There we go. Not very fast to the combine harvester. Haven't steered it very good. I'm trying that again because I messed up on steering. Because this isn't forward steering, it's rear steering. I didn't steer from the front, it's just I understeered from the back. That's better. Right, the 770 GT with the shredder in road transportation. I know I said it was the last of the tractors. And I was kind of a little bit wrong because the combine harvester is technically classed as a tractor because it can be used to pull implements. I just haven't got a tow hitch for this one yet. I might try and build one. Yeah, I wouldn't know where to put it if I did build one. I'd have to super glue it on and then it would ruin one model. Right, so next up, trucks. This one is a MAN Boosing or something like that. I can't pronounce it. I've actually found out that the maker of this is actually a MAN truck. I'm going to be back in a bit to continue this because I want a cigarette and a drink. And I mean a pop, not alcohol. Right, I'm back from a break. Here's the truck. Anyway. And here's the truck with the canvas. I actually like the wheels on this truck because just from looking at the side of that you'd think that both the wheels are exactly the same, but they're not. The ones on the back are actually doubled up. And one's a single. Right, so here's the truck with the Algair. And I oversteered a little bit there. Would have actually hit the curb. Here's the truck with my homemade open trailer. And I oversteered again. Here's the truck with a 3-axle open trailer. That was perfect steering that time. Right, here's the truck with a container wagon without a container. Now, this trailer I did drop at one point and the bogie came off. When I went to put it back on, I snapped one of the pieces that holds the bogie on, so I used a bit of wiring. No glue, no nothing, just to hold it in place. Right, here's the truck with the 2 open trailers without canvas and the Canal Sudwind caravan. Right, Mercedes-Benz L10000 flatbed. Well, open wagon. Feels that perfect. Mercedes L10000 with canvas. The L10000 with the Algair. L10000 with my homemade open trailer. L10000 with 3-axle open trailer. L10000 with container carrier without container. I should have mentioned this earlier. The reason why I put the caravan on this is because I didn't realise these trailers could tow this, but L10000 with the 2 open wagons with canvas and the Sudwind, the Canal Sudwind caravan. Right, next up is another Mercedes truck. Don't know really much about this, but there it is. So here goes. It's the same truck with canvas. Just to let you know, I'm not swapping trucks or anything. These canvases do actually detach. Same truck with the Algair. Same truck again with my homemade open trailer. Oh, I got a little bit stuck. Give me a second. That's better. Right, take two. So this is the truck with my homemade open trailer. It's not actually getting stuck. I can see what's happening. I need to widen up the hole a bit more. This truck cannot pull that trailer. The hitch is too close in. But here it is with the 3-axle open trailer without canvas. That'll make up for the one that went all funny. This is it with canvas. This is it with the two open wagons with canvas and the Sudwind, the Canal Sudwind caravan. Right, the next truck is another Mercedes truck. Now this does have working drop wheels. So we're going to do it with drop wheels up first. Now we drop wheels down. Right, same truck with my homemade open trailer. Drop wheels were down. Right, same truck but with open 3-axle open trailer. Can actually pull this. I didn't think it could. Oh, the drop wheels are still down, by the way. I'm not lifting them back up. Yeah. Oh, no, we can't pull it. Got stuck. Right, this is it with the container wagon. It won't pull no other trailers now. So it's only this trailer that it can pull on my homemade one. Same truck, no trailer with container. Same truck with the container, trailer without container. Steering, that's really good actually. Same truck without container, same trailer with container. Oh, good about on the trailer. On the container, rather. Right, same truck and trailer with container. Very well known company as well. It's on this DPD. I'm going to leave that running a minute just to show quickly that I'm not switching trucks. If I lift these stands out on this, the container does actually detach. It's meant to do that. Right, next up, Scammell's Grab. Another gap in the road again. It's because I knocked the cardboard just, that's why I kept on moving out of place. Same Scammell's Grab with trailer. Didn't steal that good that time. Actually would have hit the curb if there was one there. Next up, MAN TG 460. Same truck with a trailer advertising Spalter alcohol. Same truck again with a trailer advertising Nestle's Lion Bar. Right, next up, Mercedes-Benz Actros. Mercedes-Benz Actros with the Spalter alcohol trailer. Mercedes-Benz Actros with Nestle's Lion Bar trailer. Right, so that concludes our video of my collection. That concludes this video of a few tips and a review of what you can actually build using cardboard. It's unbelievable what you can actually do with cardboard if you put your mind to it. Anyway, so that's my video for now. Happy collecting. End.